Oh my goodness, this is indeed a beautiful lifestyle, guys. So today we will be talking about pastorjerryeze, the global pastor. Have you heard it? For what God cannot do does not exist. Have you heard that slogan? This slogan has gone viral. It has gone global, that everyone, even CNN, is picturing this pastor and the activities in his church. So, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please kindly do so you don't get left out. Click the subscribe button and also the notification bell. Okay, thank you so very much, guys. Okay, so let's do this, guys. A beautiful lifestyle is what emulating. So in one of his interviews, or several interviews with Chude, he actually said he never planned for this lifestyle. He never thought it was going to go viral or global, but somehow, because God is in it, because this is the intention of God and God's plan for his life, God has pushed this mission global and it is making waves. So guys, I won't forget to tell you that I am also an nsppdian. It's fun, actually. It's a good lifestyle. So, well, you can always worship or pray in your own, different way. But this has gone viral, and that's why we're talking about it. It's a beautiful lifestyle, guys. So one beautiful thing I see about this lifestyle is the fact that whenever we are connected, whenever Pastor Jerry is praying on the altar of fire, there's this passion, there's this, power that comes with the prayer. There's this, I don't know how to call it, fire or something, but there's something different about, his kind of prayerful lifestyle, and the fact that he breaks down in the process. I mean, this is a global, people connect from all over the world, and he breaks down. He doesn't even mind who is watching. He doesn't even care what people are going to say, but he just breaks down. I mean, this is a vulnerable man in front of God. This is someone who opens up, he's vulnerable whenever he approaches God. And tell me, why won't God answer such person? Why won't God listen to a vulnerable person who comes to cry, who comes to say, Papa, please do this, do that, hear my prayers and all of that. So this is one amazing thing that keeps people connected, because he prays and he cries, he cries for God to answer these prayers, not because he wants God to do these things or answer his own personal prayers for himself and his family, but for the people connected to the prayers, for the people all over the world who are crying and asking God for help. So he stands in between, to do this, pleas and cries for, mercy and all of that. So this is one thing that has made people glued to this platform. It is quite amazing to know that people all over the world are appreciating a prayerful lifestyle. It is a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. I would say it again. A prayerful lifestyle is beautiful. While on his interview with Chude, he explained how his mother died. But one question that came to mind was, how come? This is a man that prays and then God raises the dead. People who are in coma come back to life. The sick are healed. Blah blah blah. A lot of good things happening, and yet his mother died, and nothing was done. Pastorjerryeze actually wished his mother was alive to see the blessings that God is rendering on people through his prayers and efforts. He wishes that his mother were to be alive to be celebrated, to be happy to reap the fruit of her labor. But who knows? God knows best why the mother left before this time. He also explained that at the time the mother died or was about to die, his ministry had not started fully. He had not launched into the calling of God. I mean, just like he had said earlier, whatever he's doing right now was never planned. It was never seen coming. He just bumped into it, entered into it, and it became a lifestyle that everyone is appreciating globally. So the death of his mother came at the time when the ministry was not realized, the ministry was not active. But however, the mother knew that there was something that was about to happen in the life of pastorjerryeze, and at the point of her death, she prayed that which God had purposed for pastorjerryeze, the plans of God, the desires, and all the things God had said to her concerning pastorjerryeze would come to pass. And her prayer has actually come to play. So this is what we are seeing. It's a global effect. It's a global power. It's a global connection. All over the world, people are celebrating pastorjerryeze and the ministry. And of course, we are vibing to this lifestyle, and it is appreciated by all of us. It's a beautiful lifestyle once more, guys. So keep praying, keep connecting. pastorjerryeze clocked 40 years on the 22nd of August 2022. And this is a remarkable year for him and the ministry at large. So, since this is a global move, we join forces together and we say happy birthday, happy 40th birthday, pastorjerryeze. More grace, more fresh oil upon your life, and more vision for the platform nsppd. Okay, so I'll allow you to hear from the pastor himself. Okay, stay tuned.
I'm glad I'm part of what is uniting the body of Christ. We have our churches, but you see nsppd, it just brings all of us together.
It does bring people together.
Yes, I did not plan for this. I sauntered into it. With long life will the Lord satisfy us. But while I live, every 1 minute of my life will count for Jesus. Sometimes God is giving the illumination and I'm crying on the platform by reason of just what I have received light on. Like what God cannot do does not exist. It is not a statement. For nsppdians, it's not a statement. It's a war mantle. If people can use it and God answers them, leave it for God. What am I doing now that will power what is about to come? No life is worth living than the one I'm living right now. Every time someone is healed, the joy, I could tell my peers, I'm so excited. I'm glad I'm a part of this move. I didn't plan it. It wasn't something that I prepared for. But when I see the change in the lives of people, today I will do this till I die. But when she took ill, she called me one day and then she has repeated the same things again. I began to pay attention, to the things she was saying. But the day, she was going to die the next day, so she insisted I came to see her. So, and then, I didn't know that was death coming, so I came to see her. So we laughed, we really had a good time, talking and laughing. She's always, whenever I come, she would tell me, Pastor, pray for me, Pastor, pray for me, Pastor, pray for me. So she told me that day that she wanted to pray for me. She said that she said it jokingly, let her be the one that will pray for me today. So, and I'm like, okay, no problem, pray for me now. So she asked me to bring my hand, so I brought my hand, and she started crying, and then I knelt down. I cried all through, she just kept praying. She didn't pray for any blessing, so to speak. She just said, all she kept saying, this one will fulfill their purpose. She prayed for me in vernacular. So because so many people won't hear me, I still have the prayer in my head. This one will live to fulfill the reason why he was born. This one will live. She kept saying, Lord, I've not forgotten all that you told me about this one. Align him. My mother prayed very deep prayers. It had nothing to do with, big anything, but it's just about my sticking to my purpose. So, and that prayer lasted, I can't remember, but maybe not anything less than 30 minutes. You know, yeah. She was crying, I was crying, you know, because I suddenly felt a weight that day. I suddenly felt a weight that day that I'm a product of my mother's prayer. And this is the reason why I'm so passionate about parenting and about women understanding the destinies of their children. You know, who is this child? You know, who is this child? Is this what you want the child to be, or what God has said to you about the child? So, and my mom, you know, after praying for me that day, so I was in the office, and they sent me, they called me and say, your mom is lying down on the floor, you know. So I said, lying down on the floor, how? So they apparently maybe, you know, she fell or something, you know, and all that. One of the reasons why I'm also mad at the devil, because my spiritual capacity at that time was not able to, you know, pray for my mom to recover, you know, because it was just, so right now I just looked at it, I say, you know what, if the person I am now, if I was there, I would have wanted my mom to see her prophecies. I would have wanted, even if she just see a bit of what's going on, you know, in my life, you know, I would have sincerely wanted her to see. I just want to love God and just keep doing the right thing.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror.